Welcome back to the show. The new look Region 7 3A gets a leg up on the rest of the competition with the opening of region play. This region promises to have plenty of parity with Dillon considered the favorite. The Wildcats had a tough test at North Myrtle Beach. Let's continue end zone action as North Myrtle Beach looking to get things started with a win in region. After recovering a fumble, Dillon capitalizes. Emmanuel Benjamin puts Dillon in front 6-0, and now the Wildcats would go to the air. Keith Coward goes deep to Terrence Townsend. This is good for 47 yards. Would lead to a touchdown, 12-0 Wildcats, and that bunch in Dillon, they can play defense. Kendall Keel looks like he's got some yardage, but Kendall Williams won a game ball last week. Big hit right there, oh my. So North Myrtle Beach looking for a field goal, but that Dillon special teams bunch comes up with a big block. Coach Steve Hart not happy. 2nd and 10 now. Coward finds Terrence Townsend again. This makes it 18-0 Wildcats. And Dillon continued to set the tempo. Emmanuel Benjamin finds the end zone to make it 24-0. So late in the first half, North Myrtle Beach trying to get on the scoreboard. PJ Gore picked off by Kendall Williams. He does it all. So 5 seconds to go. Coward, Williams. Oh, that's an amazing catch. Well done. And Dillon, well done. The Wildcats score a 33-6 win on the road. 4-0. Benjamin, 95 yards and 3 scores. Townsend with a couple of touchdown grabs. So Dillon gets set for Myrtle Beach next week. But before that, they made a pit stop down Highway 31. There they are. Boy, that Wildcat looks good in an end zone t-shirt. I'll tell you that right now. Mandy Mitchell will talk to some of the Wildcats in just a moment. But first, I am joined by the head coach of Dillon, Jackie Hayes. Coach, great win.
Thank you very much, Rick.
Well, what does it mean for you to go on the road and open up region play like that with a dominating effort, considering you came off a very emotional game last week in a 17-14 win over Marlboro?
Well, you always try to get that first conference game under your belt. I thought our kids played extremely hard. We had a good game plan, and we pretty much executed through.
You know, I talk about Conway a lot as a team that seems to get better week by week, and I think you fall into that category as well. You had a tussle with Lakeview there in week 1, and it seems from there, down 7-0 in the fourth quarter, you've gotten better and better each week, which is really what you're looking for.
That's definitely what we're looking for. You know, we like to peak around game 8 or 9, and I think over the last couple of weeks we've continued to get better as an overall team each week, and we'll look for that next week too.
How fun is this region going to be? Because you really take a look at it from 1 through 7. Really, 2 through 6 could really be jockeying for position night in and night out.
Well, it's a region where you better come ready to play each night. I think top to bottom, the region's well balanced, and you know, if you come and not playing up to par, you can go home with a defeat.
Well, let's head over to Mandy Mitchell right now, who's standing by with the Wildcats. I know Mandy was at the game, and she got her first dose of some very good Dillon football.
That's right, Rich. I'm new to the area, as a lot of people know, and I'm really impressed with my first dose of Dillon football right now. I'm joined by Kirk Leach, the center, and Step Washington, a defensive lineman, and also the Wildcat. We're going to talk to the Wildcat in just a minute. But first, Kirk, I talked to you preseason, and you said that you're going to bring a state championship back to Jackie Hayes. You're 4-0. How's that looking?
Well, it feels real good to be 4-0, and we just keep doing the same thing every week. We just coming out here, you know, just to play good, just to make everything right, just to come out there excellent, get the job done, and just win the state championship for Coach Hayes.
All right, now, Step, you guys only gave up 1 touchdown on a fake punt. You seemed a little mad about that. You want to talk about that play?
I think the defense played well. We was mad when he got a touchdown. We really want to shut out for Coach Downs. We'll get it next time, though.
All right, you're the leader of the defense, and you guys did a heck of a job out there tonight. Can you talk about the chemistry on the defense right now and how you guys are doing at 4-0?
Well, we watch a lot of film on the guys, and we make a lot of color calls for the people can hear us real good, and we just follow up like that.
All right, now we're going to ask the Wildcat a question. Wildcat, how does it feel to be 4-0? Soft-spoken, but Dillon wasn't, so I'm going to send it back to you, Rich.
All right, Coach, tell us what it's like Dillon, and football. This community is really passionate. The expectations are high, and it seems like year in and year out you guys get it done, and it really starts all the way down at the youth level, and you've been blessed with a lot of talent.
Well, we have been blessed with a lot of talent. We've had a lot of good football coaches, too, especially on that rec league level. We've got a lot of former players that really take an interest in the kids, and that's where we build our program from the rec program to the B-team program, JV, and up to the varsity. And there is a rich tradition in Dillon football, and, it's up to us to continue that each year.
Well, Coach, and also a chance here to maybe talk about some of the unsung heroes, because you got some great guys on the line. I know we just talked to Kirk Leach, but A.J. Bember's another great lineman. Who are some of these guys, the guys that don't get the recognition, that are opening those holes for Emmanuel Benjamin and protecting Coward?
Well, our offensive line, we've got Kirk Leach at center, Fred Shaw at right guard, Justin Alford at right tackle, left guard Vincent Marquez, left tackle Ron Stan Anthony, and Antrek Bethay. We alternate those people in. I think our tight ends have done a good job for us so far this year. And, hopefully Gizmo Townsend, Allen, and Big Sellers. I just hope those kids continue to work hard and do some things right for us, too.
I always like to take care of the line. Now, maybe this is your toughest call of the night. Time for us to hand out the HTC game ball. I'm 1 for 3 in passes, so the pressure's on me, but go ahead and why don't we give this game ball out?
Okay, I think we want to give that game ball out tonight to our center, Kirk Leach.
Kirk Leach, great job. Let's see if I can get this pass over to Mandy. Boy, I'm nervous throwing to this Dillon secondary. Oh, there it is.
Actually, Rich was 2 and 3, but Kirk, great game tonight. Not many people recognize the center. He touches the ball just as much as the quarterback, but you don't see Kirk Leach's name in the paper all the time. What does it feel like to get this game ball today, Kirk?
Well, it feels real good, and I just like to just give thanks to my offensive line because they just kept motivating me just to come out there and go hard every play.
All right, Kirk Leach, the Dillon Wildcats winners tonight. Back to you, Rich.
All right, well, Coach, you want to stick around and do a little scouting here in the region?
Yeah, a little bit, but before we quit, I'd just like to thank y'all personally from Dillon High School and our staff. Thank y'all for the job y'all do supporting high school football. It's always a thrill to be here in the zone, and our kids and fans look forward to it each Friday night.
All right, Coach, we appreciate that. Before we get to the highlights, let's have everybody, those Wildcats, say hi to everybody back in Dillon, one of the great communities.
Okay.
Don't make them run laps, Coach. They're just having fun on TV.
All right.
All right, well, we're going to stick with the action. Coach Hayes is going to stick with me through this segment. We're going to take a look at Myrtle Beach and Carolina Forest. That is who's next for Jackie Hayes and Dillon, the Panthers. So Myrtle Beach, J.D. Melton, field goal formation. It's a fake, but this pass would fall incomplete. And there was a storyline to this game, scoreless in the first. Hodge was saying the quarterback was ejected as a defensive player, so Carolina Forest has no QB. J.D. Melton goes to the air, picked off by Tommy Frazier. This kid's a tough football player. Look at him just put his nose down. Boom! Barrels over. So now who's going to play quarterback? Zach Cerny. That's right. They said he was done for the season, but Zach Cerny, cleared to play today by doctors, gets in the lineup. One of the inspirational stories of the year, Zach Cerny back in the lineup, and the second play from scrimmage, this is Greg Johnson. And Greg Johnson in the mud, I'll tell you right now, he's a mudder. Look at this great cutback there, and he's gone. 49 yards for the score. A great run by Johnson at 7-0 Carolina Forest. And Zach Cerny hasn't played football in well over a year. Is he rusty? Well, I wish I was this rusty. Look at this beautiful ball to Tommy Frazier. That drive would stall on this play. Drew C., the tight end. Great hit by Dominique Pyatt, the recovery by Lance Gray. But Carolina Forest would not be denied. They come right back. Johnson, this is what he